display tonight. Grant, you know a little something about athleticism.
Here we go. Well, look, the bottom line is if you have the athleticism in today's game where speed and pace is so important and you've taken the physicality out of the game, I believe it gives you an advantage on both ends of the floor. If you're an offensive player who's skilled with the athleticism, you have a chance to be dominant. And then also defensively, you can be a rim protector, on-ball defender. So the athletic component to it is certainly an ingredient for success in today's game.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Here's Howard following the bucket by the Nets. Over Allen. The shot by Howard, no good.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if you can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Now here's Bryant. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Oh, nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Dinwiddie. There's the dribble. Oh, come on, get out of the way.
Don't get caught sleeping.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Bryant against Dinwiddie. Bryant outside. On the take. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Dinwiddie outside. The shot's good.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
And James puts up a deep three. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. Tie game in Los Angeles. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And it's one of the challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can only do it in spurts.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
We've got Anthony Davis, Green out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Okay, he has all the space he needs in this, so he's going to make that a lot more than he misses.
To the wing on the left. Kuzma, the pass to Davis. A minute 6 left to play in the first half. He's off on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Luwawu Cabarrot. Pass to Harris. And he lobs it up to the rim. And slam dunk by Jordan.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Rondo. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Kuzma. Bryant, he's checked in for Green. And James is subbed in for Rondo. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. McGee finds Bryant. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and timing he possesses is just a lethal concoction.
Durant against Howard. Got a hand on it. Now Bryant. Fades. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Nets out in front, up by 1. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. Looking at the second quarter scoring, they had a slight edge. They really worked hard late in the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, I have to point to their efficiency on the offensive end as the key for them. The way they've been moving the ball and finding the open man, that's been super impressive. They don't need to change a thing, Ernie. At this point, just keep playing smart basketball.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Anytime you're giving up a field goal percentage in the 60s, it's not pretty. Looks like hitting. Their D has been all over the place, not in a good way. Somebody needs to come out second half and be a leader. Get them pumped up.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Grant, defenses usually find ways to counter new offensive moves. But what can you really do to stop the step-back three?
BA, I'm not sure there's much you can do defensively. You know, it's interesting. 25, 30 years ago, you didn't see too many people taking step-back threes or even step-back twos. It was a bad shot. It wasn't a high-percentage shot. The players today have really mastered that shot and that ability to create space and distance to get off their three-pointers. Maybe if the league changes the rules and allows a little bit more physicality, which gives some of the advantage back to the defender, then and only then will defenses be able to stop the step-back three.
So on the floor for Brooklyn, Durant is the 4 with Allen in at the 5, Dinwiddie and Irving, the backcourt tandem, and it's LeVert in at the 3 spot. Connects from downtown.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
The Lakers trail. How about Spencer Dinwiddie, a player who had to carve his own path in the NBA? He didn't get a lot of chances as the 38th pick in the 2014 draft, Grant.
And what's fascinating, BA, is Dinwiddie looked like an end-of-the-bench type of player for his first 4 years. And then all of a sudden, something clicked. He's been a scoring threat ever since. He plays fearless with the ball in his hands and never second-guesses his ability.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
LeBron James is an inspiration for an entire generation of players, and he's still dominating. Giannis Antetokounmpo said, quote, "Ain't, but he's LeBron James. He's different. He's an alien, so you expect it from him." Guys, a ton of respect for the King all around the league.
No question about that, Allie. Thanks. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Durant for 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Total confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
And here's Bryant outside. That one doesn't drop. The third quarter comes to a close. Nets out in front, up 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. LeBron and KCP, they're the guards. Kyle Kuzma out there with Anthony Davis. And it's McGee in at the center position. That's the Laker 5.
This is where Davis excels. The stakes motivate him to play with reckless abandon.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Durant. And Durant slams it home.
And when you have the size and shooting ability of Durant, you aren't supposed to have handles like that. I mean, that's just doing him dirty.
James goes in and slam dunk by James.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Here's Durant. Harris outside. Off target from three-point range.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And there's James from the arc. Gets the three to fall. James has got 9 points now in the second half.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Durant against Davis. It falls!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by James. For the finish. Yes!
Oh, that's just stellar instincts from James. Outstanding at clogging up passing lanes with his lip.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. No good off the back of the rim.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
No, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
Bryant against Irving. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And so they foul intentionally.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, Irving came into this league as a terrific three-point shooter. And I think he's only getting better with age if he can. And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
For three, James. Oh, he nails it! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within one. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.